Okay. Uh, this is a spell basically. If you have someone at work that is interfering, getting in the way, being a red old pain in the jackset, this is something that you could do. Again, please call on your own deity that you work with. I am a devotee of the Santissima Morte, and she is my matron, so all my spells include her. Plus, I do sometimes incorporate spirits from the Goetia, uh, and sometimes other paradigms too. But anyway, so yes, I have called on the Santa Muerte in this case for protection with regards to the client and her significant other, and also we want to get this person basically moved on. We want her out of the job, just to leave this lady alone, give her peace, get her out, basically. So this is a good way of doing it. There's many ways you can do something like this, but you need to. What I'm going to do is turn uh, her life upside down. So I've got a jar, and I did ask the white, the black Santissima Morte. Again, the colors of the Santa Morte to me are white, red, and black. Yes, there's other ones for money and success gold, and you have the multicolored one and stuff. But I work with the three main colors. To be honest with you, also I'm not opposed to working with other colors, but to me, she is just a goddess, and at times I just pray to her. I just pray. I don't particularly pray to one particular aspect of her. I just pray to her. But I mean, that is maybe swaying away from the traditional side of things. But you know, it is what it is. Just one moment. I'm gonna pull this chair in. It's annoying me. I've got a ream of printer paper at my feet here, and it's really, really, really annoying me. The chair's sitting on it. So anyway, so I made a poppet. If you can see that, it's hard to see, but it's just a black doll baby, and I've got her photograph and name, and it has been baptized. So I basically called down the spirit, mind, body, and soul of the person into this doll, and then I blew life into the doll, passed the doll through the candle, and that's it, basically activated. And I'm going to put some oils in the doll. First of all, I'm going to put a banishing oil on it, which is what we want. We want her banished from the workplace. So we want you to go find another job. Plenty of jobs for this bitch. She can find work elsewhere. Let me see. This oil is basically to draw negative light to herself in the work situation, break down communication kind of thing. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to overdo it. I'd like to add some more powders, so I'm going to pop her in head down because we are going to turn her life upside down. And that's the petition paper, which will go in like that. Should I? I'll put that in at the end. Okay. Now I have a mix of water. It's a bit like war water, but I put my own spin on it. It contains a lot of nasties. We've got it reeks as well. It really does reek. It smells so bad. We've got chili, a little bit of graveyard dirt. I make a batch up before each working. I'm not going to fill this to the top either. There's some vinegar in it and some lime juice, hot foot powder, that sort of thing. Excuse me. So what I'm going to do is add in a little bit more of cayenne pepper. That is to get things moving, give it a jump start, and it will also get things heated in the workplace. I don't want her having arguments with the client. I don't want that to happen. What I want is for her to have arguments with everyone else. So we could put some. No, I'm not bother. Let me see. What else have I got? I could alum powder. If you have some alum powder, put a little bit of sulfur in first. Ooh. Hey ho, we went to town on the sulfur and some alum powder. Alum powder, again, is very, very good. If you want someone just to shut up, move on, alum powder is the thing to get, because it will really help. Yeah, I always say, I keep mentioning this, that alum powder is great in court work. If you want to silence a witness, alum powder, very good. I also use alum powder in cleansings. And on the subject of cleansings, if you're going to do this working, please cleanse prior to doing it and afterwards. Especially afterwards, because it's a negative working, and you need to take this, you need to take the negative energy off yourself and just, balance out everything again, clean everything, and start from there. So I'm going to put black salt in to darken her life. We don't want, I haven't said to bring her a lot of harm. I'm just basically asking for her to move on, to be basically, I'm saying basically too often, we want her to move on. We want her to find a job elsewhere, for people around her not to like her, for her aura to be, for people just to stay away all the way and not go near her. A little bit of knotweed. Again, this is excellent for pushing people back and stopping them in their tracks and not letting them excel in life. Okay. I don't want to go overboard. I'm going to put a bit of graveyard dirt in, simply because I want to draw a line under everything. The graveyard dirt is not for anything sinister, but it does represent an ending, and it's this aspect. It's the end of her job. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Something sharp now. You could put broken glass. I've got some over there. Pins, needles, that sort of thing. But what I'm going to do is, should I or shouldn't I? Yeah, I will. I'm going to put one coffin nail in. Now, the coffin nail is not off a coffin. I haven't gone into a grave and taken a nail out. They're really rusted. They look like that, actually. I'll let you see. But they are, or were used to actually hammer. They were hammered in. Obviously, they're very old, and they were used. Excuse the dog. They were used to basically put together a coffin. This type of nail. Years back, I'm sure these days they've got something a bit more sophisticated, but that's what it's all rusted and old looking. So I've got quite a few of these, and I like to tie them around doll babies and things like that for negative workings. So there we go. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm only filling to there because at the end of the day, this is going to probably rise up with the gases. Give it a shake. Okay, and I will shake this every few nights, calling on her to move whilst burning a black candle on it. A little black candle. Come on. Oh, there we go. And I will take that over to the Holy Deaths altar, and when I'm done with that, that will be buried, or else, yeah, I think I'll bury that. That will be buried in the graveyard. And let me move this a second. What I'm going to say is, if you're going to do a working like this, please, 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 if you're going to bury it in a graveyard, if you have decided to bury things in the graveyard, please be aware that there is a graveyard protocol. The etiquette of the graveyard is basically, what I do. I go in and I leave coins at the gate for the gatekeeper, and then I go in and I find my spot. I do not disrespect graves. Sometimes this is really strange, but sometimes when I'm in the graveyard, I can I get impressions of it's almost like a in my head I hear certain voices and things, and I believe that's communication with the dead communicating with me and stuff. But I will not leave anything at the grave unless I'm asking the spirit for help. Uh, but to be honest with you, I don't recommend that. I have a section in the graveyard, and it's really out of the way, and it's in a part that's really old, and nobody can find these things. I also work around a few cemeteries in this area. This area is great because there are quite a few churches, and they're not monitored or anything, so it's good for me at least. Late at night, I can deploy things without anyone questioning what I'm doing, apart from bumping into people that are doing drug deals in the graveyards, which is bizarre. But anyway, all that to say, please be careful. And on the way out, like I said, I will leave the money again at the gate. I also sometimes would leave a few coins at the spot where I'm working at, just in case there's a spirit in that area, close to the grave of a spirit. Or if there's a spirit I feel that is trying to get my attention, I will leave something. I always carry things on me, like miniature bottles of alcohol or whatever. I will leave that discreetly. I don't like touching any person's grave to do with, to me, I think you need to be very careful. It's disrespectful to the family of the person as well. But I sometimes would leave like a bunch of flowers or something that doesn't draw attention to me. But that's only if I feel that that spirit is trying to give me information about something or wants my attention or help. But that's separate from the spell work, if that makes sense. So that's nothing to do with the working. What I'm trying to say is, if you're going to bury it in the graveyard, go into the graveyard, leave it. I leave 3 coins at the gate, and then I go and dispose of this stuff discreetly, and then I sometimes put more coins down, and then on the way out I leave coins again, and I take a different route home. That is because you don't want to be followed out by a low level spirit, like a Roman spirit. You don't want that to attach itself to you. So it's just to let you know that, to be careful. But if you're doing your cleansings and stuff with your sage, salt water, whatever, everything should be okay. But I'm not saying for you to do it. I'm just saying you need to be very careful if you're going into the graveyard. Uh, Working with spirits is dangerous. Just working with the dead is also dangerous. So anyway, let's have a look at a few cards. One moment. Okay, just look at a few cards quickly here, because I know I'm getting 20-minute mark. So yeah, I've got the workplace. That house, to me, the house card represents the workplace, and yeah, the mice. Yeah, that's her negative slant on the whole job issue. That's to do with her. I have a. She's trying to become friends, or she's trying to get close to someone close to you, if that makes sense. Uh, the heart, the dog. She's trying to be friendly with someone that is friendly with you, or someone that's close to you. She wants to be close to them, if that makes sense. It's jealousy. That's what I think. However, one second. Coffin on the side, that tells me I think she's going to move on down the line. That's going to happen quickly, and it will be permanent. The coffin tells me it'll be permanent. The key, that's the solution, and you're the woman and the son beside you, and this will make you very happy. That's what I think is going to happen. I think it will be down the line a little bit. These things need time to happen. But yeah, coffin on the side. I think when you're least expecting it, I think she will go. Just take a few more off the top of this. Yeah, she's going to find. She's going to find her working life is going to get a bit awkward for her. There's going to be discord, and she's not going to be able to settle down. I think things are going to get very upsetting for her, and you'll get to hear about this. Very it's like I said, it's good news for you. So I think I'd like you to come back to me and let me know what you think with regards to her getting close to someone that's in your life. I'm a bit confused by that. She seems to be jealous of you because of someone in your life. I think that's what I'm getting from this. And I think, there's a lot of sabotaging things in the workplace with regards to you because of just downright jealousy. I always keep saying to people, the evil eye is something that is, it's, not to be taken lightly. Someone that is just jealous of you can do a lot. It can sometimes it can just turn your life into something really negative. That's why it's always good to protect yourself. And also, I have a petition here that I am putting underneath my Black Santissima Morte for protection for the client, and I'd be lighting some candles, protection for her, to keep this woman away and for her to stop meddling. But basically, we want the client protected by the Santissima Morte so she won't lose work, she won't lose her job or anything because of this lady. So that's another thing I will be doing as well, is putting some protection on the issue. The Black Santissima Morte I call on for protection. She's also really good for breaking through curses in her black form. And she's also good for breaking up relationships and stuff like that there. Negative situations and protection as well. So that's really everything I have to say. But also, I need to emphasize the fact you must do some sort of cleansing because, like I said, it's a negative working. So please cleanse. I mean, you could do it after the working, or you could do it for a few days after the working. Sometimes I do it for up to 5 days. Some days I do deeper cleanses with different stuff in my bath water. I'll do a video on what I actually use. Sometimes it varies. I use camphor, alum, things like that, and then sometimes I'll go herbal. But I mean, you don't have to do that. You could just, get salt water. I'm a great fan of sea salt in the bath. Negativity cannot cross salt. So that's always something to keep in mind. So, yeah, I'm going to be uploading a lot more videos very soon. My upload speed has increased, which is really good. And there'll be some attempts at go live. We'll see how that goes. That will be announced in the community section. So if anyone's interested in me warbling again for another hour or two, we'll see how that goes. I just don't really know to come on to just chat, or is there a subject, or maybe pull a few cards. or a bit of both. We'll see how things go down the line. Anyway, I'm going to go with 20 minutes. So yeah, everyone has an email address. If you're waiting for a reply, I'll be in touch very soon, and have a good evening.